It is week 3 down here in the studios, in this case, the virtual live studios of ATR. And you know when it's week 3, it could only be one, and as in day one. Steve Wright. Steve, say hello to the people out there in the interwebs land.
Hello, everybody in the interweb land. And hello, Nesta.
Hello, Steve. Champion. Always good to have you back. And we will return. Once again, welcome you all into the virtual studios of ATR Around the Rim. I am your host, the Dudster Nesta Dudley, along with Mr. Day One, Steve Wright, who he Bullets are the defending neighborhood league champions. Champ, how's it going today, brother?
Going good, going good. Coming off that championship year was sweet. And now it's back to reality.
It's back to reality. You had both your sons on the team last year, and remember what I said, if you had 3 rights, you could never go wrong. But Carter has graduated. He did what he was born to do, was to bring you a championship. So he committed his obligations. So now does that mean he has like free rent for life?
Well, let's not get carried away here. You know what I mean? But yeah, and he even came back coaching this year, which is nice. So it's nice to have, my son coaching, and I still got one playing. So, which is good. And we were afraid because Logan, my youngest son, has never won a championship, has never even smelled the championship. So we thought he was the curse, but we won in spite of him. So, I guess the curse is broken.
Well, thank goodness that the curse is broken. There were some teams in the MNBL that are cursed. I think the Lakers are snake bitten because it's been a very long time. You know, I used to say how 1988 was a long time ago for the Bullets. Well, 2005 was a long time ago for the Lakers. But we're not talking purple and gold. We're talking the Bullet Blue. And let's read down your roster. And this is how your roster was after draft. So this is how your roster began the season with. If there's any changes, there probably are a couple of changes. But in any case, I'm just going to read the roster 12 that you have. Okay, Isaac Pieta, Aiden Clark, Logan Wright, Mr. No Curse Logan Wright, William Dubois, Skylar Song, Aaron Souza, Adam Hassan, Devin Bailey, Jordan Chen, Tenzin Tamcho, Chase Bowling, and Heath Foley. Like that squad, coach, but you saw the season premiere where I said that it wasn't going to be a successful title defense. I didn't think you guys had any firepower. And what do? You win the season opener, took you an extra frame to do it, and you're sitting right there at 2-1.
Yeah, even I thought it would be next year that we were really competing again. But with the talent we took, we got a lot of young talent. I mean, a lot of freshmen. But we got some guys, and I'll tell you, they all try hard. They all work hard. I mean, I've never seen a team that has given me 4 quarters of hard work. I mean, it's been a while since I've had that. And even on some of the real good teams, you don't always get 4 quarters. I mean, if you get 3, you're happy. You're really too happy as long as it's the second half. But this team, they fight to the end. They fight. It doesn't matter what the score. We were down 15. We came all the way back. I mean, the Sixers were undefeated. We fought them right down to the end. We came back from them 15 down. So, and even the Lakers, it was a battle. We pulled it out at the end, but even that was a battle. And so, yeah. So, I mean, this team and the kids we get, they're buying in early, and they still got a lot to learn. But I've been impressed so far, and usually I'm never impressed after week 3, ever.
I mean, we have showed several clips in the past how you're just not satisfied. Even the Camelot years, even when you had high-powered years, you still wasn't satisfied. So
Yeah.
I know that you hang your hat on the defensive side on the court, and the defense is not there yet, but we only had 3 games. But what's impressing me is the offense. Everybody's getting touches, Coach.
Yeah, everybody is, and I think a lot has to do with it. We had 7 returning players, which helps. And then Isaac's been missing. He finally got to play his first game because he was away for a couple of weeks in El Salvador. So, but we were, missing Isaac, which is a senior presence. But I think with him, Adam, Chance, who we drafted, who's a junior, Chance Boland, I didn't know he was that good. He's been playing on both ends. Not just like I get some kids who are really good offensively, but they give me nothing defensively. He's giving it to me in every area: his offense, passing, rebounds, defense. I don't know how many steals he has already. And even when he don't get the steals, he knocks the ball away. Sometimes they get it back, but so with him, Adam, Isaac, Skylar, it's been phenomenal. I mean, on that offensive side, and everybody has been catching the ball.
Well, Coach, you hear that sound?
I hear it.
You hear it, and you are caught up in the MNBL Web. Look at that virtual web, Coach.
I feel like I'm in Spider-Man's lair here.
This is caught up in the MNBL Web. So what this segment is I have up to 3 minutes to ask my guests anything I want. In this case, it's Steve Wright, head coach of the Bullets, the defending Neighborhood League champion Bullets. Anything I want, and it may or may not have to do with the Mall Neighborhood Basketball League. So, Coach, this question does have to do with the Mall Neighborhood Basketball League. You are as old school can be, and this is a good thing. We're in this virtual studio because lack of volunteers that we rather have the show in the studio. But this year, Coach, we had done something. We, being the collective Mall Neighborhood Basketball League, had a virtual draft. And you said you hated virtual drafts before you even entered the virtual draft. So now that you have had this virtual draft, you are very informed, and you can tell us how much you either enjoy this draft, virtual draft, or hate the draft. The time is yours, Coach.
I hate it. It's not as bad as I thought it was be. So I'll give credit. It was nice that we each had our own room, and then you can always go back into the main room and then go back into your own private room. That was phenomenal. I'll give credit there. I just don't like I like the personal. I like being with the people. We always see, because we even do our meetings now online. So, except for basketball, the one time we get to see everybody is the draft. And I just like the personal touch. And maybe that is because I'm old school. But it's like everything has gotten away from, the personal talking, going up to the people at the draft and that kind of stuff. So that's what I missed.
So if this comes up in future years of having a draft, and if it comes to a vote, is it safe to assume that you're going to vote it down every single time?
I'm going to vote it down except in an emergency situation. Like, it would be great if there was a snowstorm. I know we have drafts in the snowstorm anyway. So, you know what I mean? But that would be great during a snowstorm, because then, we all can still have the draft. So emergency situations, yes, I'm for it. Everything else, I'm not for it.
Well, head coach Steve Wright of the Bullets, you are officially out of the web.
Ooh, that's the Bogdan again.
So, coach, being 2-1, and the Kings are 2-1. Let's back up for a second. You said how you came back against all three teams that you faced so far, and that you almost gave the Sixers their first loss. And the Sixers are standing on top of the league right now, 3-0. So your boy Nostradamus isn't doing well for the predictions, early predictions, because I did say that the Sixers and Bullets just take going, but you also fought making me out to be a liar. But the Kings are a team that is not your Kings team from last year. What type of challenges will they pose this weekend? You have only one game this weekend. It's against the Kings. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. I'm going to read down the Kings roster. Zayden Pierre, Bradley Luigi, Aiden Green, Jakeem Francillian, Steve Gillette, Cedric Massley, Marcus Pierre, Jacoby Hampton, Logan Johnson, Jaheim Reeves, Chris Rodriguez, Adam Haddad, and Jimmy Lynn. What challenges does this Kings team pose to you? A very well-coached Kings team, I might add.
I'll tell you, they're senior heavy, which is, we got a lot of underclassmen. We only have 2 seniors on our team, and they are senior heavy with experience coming in. And I thought they played very well down the end last year. I thought they played very, and that has a lot to do with James, their coach. I think he's a phenomenal coach, and I'll tell you, we got some really good coaches in the league now, and including the Sixers coach. I mean, he's
Glen Noble.
Eric Noah. He's come in and he's done an incredible job. 3-0, and what do you have to pick up? 7, 8 guys?
Yeah.
So, I guess he outdrafted better than all of us.
He outdrafted us, and he wasn't even there at the first night of tryouts. He was down in Florida, probably making his reservations to Disney World in December.
Yeah, they're a tough challenge. I mean, the Kings, but I'm really impressed with, like I said, the young coaches coming back, and it's nice to see former players coming back. But the Kings are going to be very, very tough. And honestly, I don't know what their record is, but I thought they would be 3-0 coming in. I really did. And but they'll get going. And they really scare me this year. The Sixers are a big surprise.
The Kings
I'm surprised by my own team too. So, but yeah, they're going to face a lot of challenges defensively. They're well-coached, well-sound team. Rebounds. They'll definitely will have trouble rebounding against them. So hopefully, all I want with my team is to learn a little bit more. And hopefully they learned already from their early past mistakes, and that will help us against the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings are 2-1, as I started to say. Excuse me, but I certainly didn't mean to cut you off, because this is your show, not my show. The Kings are 2-1, and the one team that they lost to was the Sixers.
Yeah, so there you go. So actually, I saw the end of that game because we were playing right after, and the Sixers didn't seem to have a problem with them. I don't know if it's just a bad day or what, but we'll see what happens. But they're a tough team. I got them in the Celtics next week, who I haven't played yet. So these are going to be 2 tough teams that we haven't played yet.
Well, it's time to go into the Rollers. We're here in Planet Rock. This week, the week of January 11th at the Fenway. First game, it was the Kings against the Celtics. 56-43, Kings victory. Sweeney Highman with the Celtics with 15 points. Pierre led all scores with 16 points. As the Kings improved to 2-0, the Celtics drops to 0-2. Second game, Lakers-Pistons. Pistons 16 points better than the Lakers, 60-44. Sullivan Highman for the Pistons, 21 points. Warton led all scores with 26 points. As the Pistons improved to 2-0, the Lakers dropped to 0-2. First game Sunday, Kings-Sixers. The Sixers keep their winning streak alive, 11 points better than the Kings, 55-44. Mathley Highman for the Kings, 13 points. Hector led all scores with 25 points. As the Sixers improved to 3-0, the Kings dropped to 2-1. And the third and final game is the oldest rivalry in the Mall Neighborhood Basketball League. It's also the most lopsided rivalry in the Mall Neighborhood Basketball League. Once again, the Bullets over the Lakers by 2 points, 55-53. Warton, high man for the Lakers with 29 points. And Bowling led all scorers. He just went ridiculous with the monster game, 38 points, as the Bullets improve to 2-1, not 1-2, improved to 2-1. The Lakers are 0-3, and that's what happened this past weekend's play. You know, Coach, I still need somebody to proofread for me. You know, sometimes I swear I get the case of dyslexia and all this stuff. I'm saying 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, but yet I flash 1-2. My apologies.
That's okay. We all make mistakes. In the scheme of it, it's not going to matter.
But now on to our weekly Around the Rim Awards. So this is just going to be self-kickage. Player of the Week, Semaj Warton of the Lakers, had himself a nice, solid weekend's play. 2 games. Lakers couldn't get the dub, but standout player this past weekend. Coach of the Week, Glen Noble. You said Nestor. Glen Noble was Coach of the Week last week. Well, you know, he's 3-0, and I think you should remain Coach of the Week until you're not. And right now, he's the opposite of not. He is Glen Noble, Coach of the Week. Team of the Week, when you are undefeated, when no one has been able to solve the riddle yet. And granted, there's only been 3 games, but damn it, undefeated is undefeated, the Sixers. And Woo of the Week, here we go, Woo of the Week. Woo of the Week, Steve Wright. Why Steve Wright? Because in that storied rivalry of the Lakers and Bullets, you know, I saw that game. Beanie Amos was on his best behavior. He didn't say anything to referees. He didn't say anything to players. He didn't say anything to you. And in your opinion, you were not getting the benefit of the whistle. So you made an insinuation since Beanie Amos is a referee. You said, do I have to go to referee school and get my license to get the whistle? And Beanie Amos said, hey, I think you're talking about me. I didn't do anything to you. Coach Steve Wright, this compromise woo is for you. Woo!
Oh, that was bad. That was, I don't know how you do it, but every time we play you, it seems like the foul calls are 3-1 in favor of the Lakers.
You know, I talked to Beanie historically. Historically, he doesn't see it that way. He did acknowledge that the calls were going his way. He told me he has never remembered a Bullets team in his life, certainly a Bullets team that he's ever faced, that he was in the bonus before the first 10 minutes was over, the first period. That has never happened.
I told him to beware because I was going to be on the show and I was going to talk to Nesta because I know you two are friends. And I said, that's it. I'm spilling it out right on the air.
Okay, so moving on with the show, we have the Sixers are 3-0. They are pitching a perfect season so far, followed by the Kings and the Bullets, both 2-1. I did get it right on the standings, and that's what counts. Pistons are 500 ball, 1-1. The Celtics are 0-2, and the Lakers bringing up the rear, 0-3. This Saturday's game coming up, January 18th. First game, 2:30s. Pistons versus Celtics. Second game at 3:45. Kings versus Bullets. And in my opinion, that second game is going to be a hashtag season-defining game. Next day, Sunday, the 19th. First game, Pistons versus Sixers. Second game, Celtics versus Lakers. But in that first game, hashtag, will it continue? The win streak for the Sixers. Will that continue? Where to read them? Every week in the Malden Advocate. The paper is free for the cheap. Or you can go online at the MNBL.org or this show online, ATRLive.com, and also on IG at MNBL1986. Around the Rim, you can stream ATR Live on all devices. Live, VOD, website, ATRLive.com. Around the Rim on the public channel, still known as MATV in Malden, under the rooftop of Urban Media Arts on Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon 28, live every Thursday evening, replays every Friday night at 10 p.m., and then replays the following Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. The channel's still known as MATV. Like and stream Around the Rim, hashtag follow, hashtag stream, hashtag retweet at Nesta Dudley, IG at The Real Nesta Dudley, because there is only one real Nesta Dudley. My mic sounds nice. Check 1. I said my microphone sounds nice when it's on. Check 2. Ooh. Beyond the Rim is the other joint that your man, the Dud Stud Nesta Dudley, does. So where Around the Rim ends, Beyond the Rim begins, going beyond the Mall of Neighborhood Basketball League. Hashtag BTR live, not live, but podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. For these last remaining minutes that we have, because I know that you're a busy man, thank you for taking out time in your schedule. Thank you for taking out time to have like this early live thing, because you are up in Draycott, up north, where everything is cold. And I know you got some certain family responsibilities. So once again, thank you. Week 3, day 1, Steve Wright.
Oh, thank you. Always my pleasure. Always when I can be on the show, and I really enjoy it. And I don't know why more people don't take advantage of it. Just by, even up in the Kakalakis, they watch it.
How are your kinfolk doing down there? Hi, Kakalakis. How are they doing down there?
They're doing good, actually. They're doing very good. Some health issues, but we just talked to them the other day, so they're doing very well. Thanks for asking. But I do want to give a shout out to Mrs. Gagnon. She just had hip surgery. She's supposed to be coming home today.
Oh, okay.
So, my Coach Mark's mother. So hopefully she'll come home today and start with her rehab. So just want to give her a shout out.
Any final messages that you want to give your team, Coach?
Yeah, just come to play Saturday. Come and play hard. Get ready for defense. Close that middle, because that middle is not being closed. And we had a great practice last night, so hopefully it will rub off at game time.
Once again, Steve Wright, head coach of your defending Mall of Neighborhood basketball champions. Always a pleasure to have you, Coach. Until next time, I just want to say buenas noches, hooches cooches. I came in peace. I leave with love. This is for the red, the black, and the green, and I'll be seeing you at the games.